Whether you're just starting out or well on your way as a professional writer, director, actor, or editor, I'd love to hear about the challenges that you're facing. I'm here to help. Learn from the mistakes that I've made. Let's locate your unique voice and bring it to the screen. These are my adventures in cinema, and I hope you enjoy them. I think a lot of people want to ask this question, be they studio executives, producers, film stars. Everybody wants to know how their movie is going to do, right? And a sort of extrapolation of that question is, what do audiences want? And the audience always wants to know what's going to happen next. Correct? I mean, why do you go to watch a movie? What's going to happen next? Oh, that's happened. Okay, then what's going to happen? Think about the time that you were sitting at, again, to tell a story, your grandmother's telling you a story, or your parents are reading out of a story, out of a book, and you were a little and child. What does the child ask you? Then what happened? Then what happened? What happened to the wolf? What happened to her? Did she go up the hill? Then what happened? This is a good story. Why? Because the only thing that the audience needs to be asking, and that's what's going to make you your millions when you make your movie, is what's going to happen next. So if at the screenplay level we can start asking this question, if at the screenplay level we can start looking at stuff and saying that we're going off the topic here, nobody's interested in that. Yes, very interesting, that particular aspect is interesting, but is it going to help the audience ask the magic question? Because the magic question then leads us to the magic next moment. And this, see, screenplay is like architecture. It works in a very logical way. First you lay the foundations, then you put the beams, and then you put the first floor, and then the second floor, and the third floor, and so on and so forth. It's exactly like architecture. It's structure. And why is the structure there? It's because it's based on logic. Why is the logic there? Because we are following the logic of what is the audience wanting to know next. And that logic is exactly the same logic and what the character choices are going to be made by the character. So if the character is going to come to a road and a fork in the road, is he going to take a left or a right? Now that choice is going to be based on all the stuff that we know about the character before. If he's an adventurous type and he knows the left, it leads him to the city, he'll probably take the right turn, which is leading him into a deep and dark jungle. And then we want to know, oh, he's going to the jungle, now what's going to happen next? Right? So it's a very logical thing. But having said that, it's a very deceptive question because it's not simple. Right? It's not simple because a lot of the times we, filmmakers, think we can do anything we want. If you want to make a movie about, I don't know, a shipwreck in the sea, we can make all sorts of illogical, untruthful things happen. Give it a big bang, give it a this, give it a that. And we think all these things are what audience is going to come and watch. No, they're not coming to watch that. They're coming to watch somebody who's shipwrecked at sea and trying to get to land, and their trials and tribulations. So suddenly when this guy finds that he's alone at sea and he's swimming and he doesn't have any recourse, and suddenly a boat appears out of nowhere, you're like, huh? What was that all about then? What is the purpose of having that entire thing, right? You need to make things as hard for your protagonist as possible. Because when they're becoming hard for your protagonist, when the protagonist has to really use his or her ingenuity to try and solve those problems in a logical and coherent way, basis the truth that has already been established, then the audience really wants to know, oh, these choices are so limited, now which choice is he or she going to make? And that's what makes the movies go forward. That's what makes a great story move forward. And that's what we should try and do as screenwriters. Right in the first. Screenwriting, of course, is the first step to making a film. So when we write in our synopsis, or we come up with an idea, or we come up with the kernel of an idea even, should have the flavor, as Joseph Campbell, the wonderful mythologist, said. It should have a drop of sea should have a taste and a flavor of the entire ocean. And that's true, because when you taste a drop of seawater, it has the taste of the entire ocean, right? So if the story is your entire ocean, the first idea should be that first drop in the sea, which has that taste of salt, right? And that's what you're going for. That's how you also test whether ideas are good or bad.